Okay, this is the final exam schedule. Some of you are going to be testing today. Some of you are going to be testing tomorrow, and then the last two periods are testing on Friday. So if you didn't have this schedule, here it is. We're going to start we're going to do some more review today to get you ready for the test. I think these problems will really help you out. And then once we finish the problems, we're going to do a quizzes. Now you can do the quiz code that's in the calendar for today and the quiz code that's in the calendar for Monday to review for the exam. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. Okay, so when we get into problems like these, this is a system. That means I need two equations. One with money. There has to be a money equation. So money plus money equals money. But I only see one thing of money, right? So that goes right here because it's a total of $1.25. And I'm talking about coins. There's a total of 9 coins. So it's a total of 9 coins. So one's going to equal the total of money. The other one's going to equal the total of the coins that I have. I'm talking about nickels and quarters. So I'm going to use X for my nickels and Y for my quarters. Write that down on your paper. Put the X on top of the nickels. Put the Y on top of the quarters. Now, does anybody remember how much a nickel is? It's 0.05 cents. How much is a quarter? 0.25 cents. So, the nickels, the 5 cents is going to go with the X, 0.05. And the 0.25 is going to go with the Y because that's my quarters. So when I write it down in the equation, I'm going to say 0.05X plus 0.25Y equals my money. Okay? And then I have 9 of them, so X plus Y equals 9. The nickels plus the quarters equals 9 of them. Okay? So now we're going to put this in decimals. So pause the video, put it in decimals, and see how many of each coin we have. You should have already paused the video. I'm going to start typing it in there, but you should have typed it before I typed it. So you don't put any dollar signs in there. You just put the numbers. 0.05X. That's my nickels plus 0.25Y. That's my quarters equals the total amount of money, $1.25. That's my first equation. My second equation is just the number of coins that they have. So my nickels plus my quarters equals to 9 of them. Okay, so you look, make sure that you hit the house. You look at where they cross, and it gives you 2 numbers. They have to be whole numbers because we're talking about how many nickels and how many quarters. So what was my X again? No, what was my X in the story? My X is my nickels. So this is my nickels, the number of nickels I have, and this is the number of quarters I have. So let's write that down on your paper. 5 nickels, 4 quarters, nickels, and quarters. And let's see if we understand it. I said that there's 9 coins. Does this add up to 9? Yes, 5 plus 4 is 9. I said that it was a total of $1.25. Well, if I have 4 quarters, that's $1. And if I have 5 nickels, that's 25 cents. So $1 plus 25 cents is $1.25. It makes sense, okay? So that's how you do that one. Let's go to the next one. Easy. The next one, we're going to have to create an equation of what it's talking about. It says the daily cost of hiring a plumber, Y, to work X hours on a repair project can be modeled using the linear function. the plumber charges a fixed cost, that means it's not going to change, of $80 plus, put a plus sign, an additional cost of $45 per hour. What's my equation? Y equals $80 plus $45x, because it's 45 per hour, so it's 45x. Now, they told me, graph your table, they told me that x is the number of hours and y is the cost, which is money. Okay? Then, if I keep reading, it says that the plumber works a maximum of 8 hours per day. So no more than 8 hours. So he can work 0 hours. He can work 1 hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 8 hours. Right? Okay. It's asking me for the range. Range is the y. Domain is the x. So they're asking me for this right here. I don't know it right now, but I can figure it out by putting the equation in Desmos and going to look at 0 all the way to 8. So pause the video, put it in Desmos, and go find me the range of this. Okay, so you should have paused the video, you type the equation in there, and you open up the table for that one. Not here. Don't go there. It's right here. Settings. Open up the table. Okay? I see 0, I see 1, I see 2. Press enter. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's the least amount of money that he's going to get paid? 80. Because if he doesn't work any hours just to go and check it out, he's going to charge them $80. What is the maximum number of money that he can get in one day? 440. So we're going to write it over here. It goes from $80 all the way down to $440. So my range, y, this is range. You're going to be looking for an answer that looks like this. It starts with $80, it can equal to it, and it goes all the way to 440, and it can equal to it. That's what you would be looking for, okay? From 80 all the way to 440. Let's go to the next problem. Okay, this one's really easy. I'm not going to do it for you, but you need to add a table, and put all of these in Desmos. So, write it down. We're going to add this table. We're going to add this table. And we're going to put all the answers in Desmos. It's the one that goes through all of the points. Has to go, through all points. Okay? So we did it yesterday during the game. Add the table. So you're going to go in Desmos. You're going to add a table. And then you're going to add a second table. So add both tables. Then add all of the answer choices and see which one goes through all of the points. Pause the video. Work on that one out. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This one is a system. This isn't going to be an equation, and this is going to be an equation. So we're going to have to write two equations down. It says he paid $12 for 14 postcards. I'm going to say that's my X. And 5 large envelopes, that's going to be my Y. This is super easy. Like, it just goes together. 24.8 for 10 postcards, that's my X. And 15 large envelopes, that's my Y. So my two equations, write them down, is 14 postcards plus 5 large envelopes equals $12. Okay, the other one, 10 postcards, so 10x plus 15y equals $24.80. Easy, easy, okay? Then it says, what is the cost of each large envelope? So they're looking for the y. That's my y. So graph both of these, put these in decimals. Okay, they're going to cross. And I'm looking for the y. Whatever that number is, that's going to be my large envelopes. So go ahead and pause the video, put both of them in decimals, and let's find the answer. So here's my two equations in decimals. This is where they crossed. This is how much the postcards cost, and this is how much the large envelopes cost. So when I write it down, what was my postcards? That's how much the postcards cost. And the large envelopes are $1.42, right? And they're asking me for the large envelopes, so my answer is 1.42. That's what you would put in the as your answer on the test. Let's go to the next one. These are the easy ones. You guys like these. These are the ones that we were doing last week, the exponential function ones. Let me see if I can move this a little bit. If I type the equation y equals, which you have it on your paper, a parentheses 1 plus or minus r to the power of x. A is what you start with, remember? Start or initial. And r is your percent turned to a decimal. Okay, and this is whether it's a growth or a decay. So you're looking for words like decrease, increase, growing, interest, stuff like that. So the first problem is saying that a particular type of cell doubles in numbers every hour. Which function can be used to find the number of cells present at the end of 4 hours if initially there were 4 of them, right? So what did I start with? ¿Con cuánto comencé? No, how much did I start with? 4. Initial, right? Initial, that's my A. I started with 4. And how much are they growing by? Double. What's double? Times 2. Okay? So there's going to be a 2 inside. It's going to be doubling every hour, so times 2 every time. Okay? And then this bottom one, the amount of fertilizer in the landscaping company warehouse decreases, so it's going to be minus, at a rate of 3%. So that's 0.03 per week. The amount of fertilizer at the warehouse was originally 78,000 cubic yards. So, y equals, how much did I start with? 78,000. Don't put any commas. Okay? And then, what was happening to it? Decreasing. Do not forget the 1. This 1 always has to be right here. 1. Always. And then is it plus or minus? Minus 0.03, which is the same thing as 78,000. And what's 1 minus 0.03? What's 1 minus 3 cents? 0.97. Okay, so either one of these is correct. You would look at the answer choices and see which one matches, okay? They'll either show it to you like this or they'll show it to you like this. It's the same thing. Okay, are you ready for the quizzes? Everybody get on quizzes. I'm going to put the code up on the board.